Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about ready for baseball. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
All right, ready to get underway. And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. And he deals. Just missed. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Now the number 2 hitter, Connor Norby. There's a strike. Norby getting to start at third, batting second in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
That one inside. 1-1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the first.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back. Towing the slab in today's game, Sandy Alcantara.
Boog, he's a guy that takes great care of himself because he wants to finish every game he starts. I think for any lineup that faces him, you've got to try to have lengthy at-bats and run up that pitch count. Anything to help get him out of the game early. Bouncer
to second. Right. And a quick out, number 1. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
That's in there, and it's 1-2. 1 out, bases empty. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Nope. Outside.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Just missed.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
That's hard hit on the line. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here comes Max Muncy. And a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Batting fifth, shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Mookie Betts. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at-bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Two outs. Fouled off. He was late. Hit in the air, center field. Stowers sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. And the Dodgers leave him loaded. Scoreless. Top of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Jonah Bride. Ohtani back to work. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Now this is in the air down the line. And there's one down. Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. That misses the zone. Ball 1. No score here in the second. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in L.A., here's the catcher, Will Smith. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Conine makes a nice running catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
The flip to the pitcher covering. Got the out. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. On the ground, right side. On to first. Third out. Dodgers go down quietly. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now it's the rookie DH, Davison De Los Santos. Foul ball there. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Bands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Kyle Stowers in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Nick Fortes. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Edman racing over to make the catch. Home half of the third. Bottom of the inning, and here's Freddie Freeman.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
In the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, second baseman.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a foul ball. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Way back there. Onto the track. And he makes the catch.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Ohtani swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Just missed. Right side. Right. Tosses to first, and they get Ohtani for the out. And that's the Dodgers down in order. And we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the fourth. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. That's a little bit low. 3-2 now. And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. Struck out swinging his first time. That clips the corner.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Up and in, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one misses. 2-2. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Got him swinging. Whip number 9 for him in this game. 9. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Edman sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And that is that. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Bottom four, now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Max Muncy. That one fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's Mookie now, and he's already singled in this game. That's to third, but it kicks foul. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And up to the plate is Will Smith. First pitch misses.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And the 1-0. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a high fly ball right field. 2 away. Michael Conforto will climb in. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. The changeup missing. Ball 1. Muncy on second. Hernandez on at first with 2 down. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. And out of here. That one felt good. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
So 2 down, and next for LA, Tommy Edman. Outside, 1-0. Edman, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2016. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Into the outfield, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. And the inning is over. Big 3-run shot for the Dodgers. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jonah Bride. Ohtani back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Marlins, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point. Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Mervis now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And that's
Inside,
off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. And there's a ball. The Fish hitless so far in the game. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
2-2 the count.
And that's
3
way
balls, 2
high.
strikes.
And it's 3-2. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Konai, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Right through there for a strike. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
0-1 down. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Mervis over at second. Konai over at first with 1 away. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. There's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next one misses, and the count even 1-1. On the ground, down the line, and it's foul. Bases loaded, 1 away. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Stepping in, Nick Fortes. In for a strike, it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 outs. A little bit low.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And just misses with that one.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Shohei Ohtani.
And that one hit to first. He takes it on his own. One up, one down. Here's Max Muncy. He's 2 for 2.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 1.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Got a little anxious on that changeup right there, and it tells you he's ready to hit a fastball. If he can let that thing get deeper as he recognizes it out of the hand, tell you what, he could be circling the bases. Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But
Edwards, off balance feed. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Teoscar Hernandez will hit next. 1 for 2. Right back to him on the mound. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 5 innings. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. And a foul ball. And it's strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So up next, Connor Norby. And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Just missed. Swings and misses. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 13 strikeouts now. He's putting together an impressive outing.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Not close with that one, and that is ball 1. Misses the sweeper.
1 ball,
2 outs, base
2
is
strikes.
empty. Left field. Hernandez ranging after it. Reaching for it and brings it in. So another good inning for him on the mound. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Seth Martinez. The batter now will be Will Smith. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a ground ball. Throws across the diamond. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ballgame.
And here is Michael Conforto. He really made his presence felt back in the 4th inning of this one, Singy.
Absolutely. 3-run blast and a shot of energy for his teammates. Everyone in that dugout was pretty fired up.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ball.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ronnie Enriquez getting ready to go. Nardi getting cranked up as well. That one lifted to left. Konai on the move. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And here comes Tommy Edman. Out to center. Stowers under it. Hauls it in to end the inning. So they go quietly there. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in L.A., top of inning number 7. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jonah Bride. Close, but
Ball
called
one.
a ball. And that's ball 1. Inside,
inside,
just
ball 3.
missed.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. He steps on
He's
the bag.
out.
1 up, 1 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Counts
Mervis
1-0.
stands in now, looks at that one inside. Strike 1.
So impressive how the velo
1
is
ball,
still
1 strike.
there, even this deep into the outing.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball.
The
2
Marlins
strikes.
trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the whiffs just keep on coming. He's up to 14 now. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Just missed.
2-0.
Next
Ball
offering
next
upstairs.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
And a big swing and a miss.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Swing and a miss, and Ohtani gets the strikeout. And 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail in this one 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Andrew Nardi.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Freeman now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Ball.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. 1 for 3. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Rocketed out towards right center. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
Everything came together for him. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
1 out, runner at second. And next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And now it's even up. 1 out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A massive home run. It's 5-zip. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Here comes Max Muncy. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And first offering is fouled off. Nardi, a 6'3" lefty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Outside with a breaking ball. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Betts, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Mookie Betts blasts one out. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Andrew Nardi won't go any further, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. On the mound now, Ronnie Enriquez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 66.
The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher, so your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Kyle Stowers now at the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Just missed. The Dodgers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that
That's
misses. And that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Oh, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
And that is out of play. Scott, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough, to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Stowers leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Marlins leave 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Will Smith to the plate. And foul ball. Next offering is downstairs. Up the middle. Over to first. And they get the out on Smith.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, base hit.
Now batting,
Tommy Edman at the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Stowers makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So, man aboard. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Freeman hits it in the air. Stowers on his way over. And that is that. We go to the 9th. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norby. Scott back to work. There's the strike. And a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Sanchez stands in now and watches strike 1. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Second baseman, Jonah Bride.
So digging in, Jonah Bride. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
There's the swing and a miss. Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes. Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Here's your 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And the Marlins with just 1 out left. So 2 down now, and here is Griffin Conine.
Griffin Conine.
Just missed. Missed with a changeup. Now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. Second and third, 2 down. Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This could end it. Got him. And that'll do it.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.